Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're joining from. Welcome to Radiate Yoga, a slow vinyasa class that happens live every Wellness Wednesday at 9 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. Each month, we practice with a different theme and featured pose. And this month, our theme is Raise the Bar. And I want you to think about what that means, not just in your yoga practice, but in every aspect of your life, with your personal growth, career, relationships, friendships. What does that look like to raise the bar? And just a little bit. And our featured pose to help us grasp this theme is Forearm Stand, or Pincha Mayurasana in Sanskrit. So this week, because each week focuses on a different aspect, this week is about preparing to ascend, which means we are going up, we are going upside down today. And don't worry about being perfect, just worry about progress. Raising the bar doesn't mean getting it perfect. It just means that you're doing a little bit more to get better. And by the way, if you struggle with perfectionism, like most of us do, I'm having a chat tomorrow at 9 p.m. Eastern Time with my friend Jess, who's a clinical nutritionist from California. And so that's going to be fun. You can check that out on the live tab on my channel and join us for a very, very casual conversation about that stuff. Anyway, so let's get started for today. You will need 2 blocks, a yoga strap, and I recommend getting close to a wall, especially if you don't already have Pincha in your practice. I'm just going to turn my Apple Watch on. Feel free to do the same if you have one or whatever you've got. And let's get started. We'll begin seated, cross-legged, or you can put one foot in front of the other. Bring your hands to your knees with your palms facing down. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. Maybe looking down at the floor in front of you. Inhaling through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. And if it feels okay, feel free to close your eyes. And scanning your body from the top of your head down to the base, relaxing the muscles in your face, ears, jaw. Relaxing your shoulders, arms. Relaxing your hips, allowing the lower back to disconnect. Pelvis gently moves forward. Releasing the legs. Feeling the body completely grounded in this moment. Relax. As you bring your awareness to your breath, inhaling through the nose. Exhale out through your nose. Inhale for 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale, 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Inhale. 1, 2, 3, 4. Exhale. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now, as you breathe with your eyes closed, visualize inside of your body that as you breathe, you're watching the breath go in through your nostrils, down the back of your throat, down the esophagus, into your lungs, and filling the air like a balloon. You've got these two sacs in your lungs, and you want to fill the air down into the base so that it expands out to the sides, forward, and back. And feel that opening in the chest and in the body. As you exhale, maintain that open space as much as you can and just feel the air coming to the center, rising back up through the esophagus, up through the throat, and out through the nose, through the nostrils. Again, inhale through the nose, filling the space, opening the space. Maintaining the space as you exhale, slowly releasing the air from the body. Bring your hands to heart center. Take a moment to set an intention for your practice, something that you'd like to dedicate this time toward. I'm dedicating this to you. Slowly begin to open your eyes, maybe looking down at the floor, very softly, gently. Bringing your hands back down to your knees. Let's take the head over to the right and just lean it over to the right shoulder, right ear to the right shoulder. Breathe into the left side. Inhale back to the center. Exhale over to the other side, taking your left ear to the left shoulder. Inhale. Exhale. Opening the space in the right side. And relaxing the left shoulder down. Inhale back to the center. And take your head, rotate it over to the right. Just doing little micro movements to open up and warm the neck muscles. Lengthen through the neck, shoulders down. Inhale, coming back to the center. And exhale over to the other side, looking to the left, looking over the left shoulder. And breathing, keeping the breath flowing. Inhale back to the center. Drop your chin to your chest. And roll your head gently over to the right. And back down, chin to chest. Inhale over to the left. Chin to chest. One more time, over to the right. Chin to chest. Inhale over to the left. Chin to chest. And inhale, lift your head up. And let's roll through the shoulders. Inhale the shoulders up, back, and down. Inhale forward, up, back, and down. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And in reverse, back, up, forward, and down. Back, up, forward, and down. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and release. Now we're going to float through, bringing your hands down to the mat, coming up onto the shins. And separate the hands a little bit more than shoulder width apart. Knees under the hips and pressing into the shins and the tops of the feet. As you inhale, drop your chest, looking forward, press the shoulders back. Exhale, pull your belly in, round through the upper back and release your head. Press into the backs of the shoulder blades. Inhale, drop your chest, looking forward, shoulders back. So we want to activate the shoulders more so than the back muscles. So focus more on this upper back part. Okay, so drop your chest, looking forward. And as you exhale, round the spine, pull your belly in, press into the upper back. So you're separating the shoulders, release your head. As you exhale, come back into a neutral spine. Extend your right leg back, pressing onto the ball of the right foot. And use your palms to gently press back into that calf muscle. It's important to have the backs of the legs nice and open also, because that allows us to lift the leg higher and makes going into forearm stand much easier. It's not just about the arms, it's actually the full body that we're using. Bring the knee back down to the mat. Extend as you inhale, the left leg pressing into the ball of the left foot and gently pressing into the palms to deepen that opening in the left calf muscle as you breathe. And release the knee back down. Come to sit on your heels or use a block. Sit under the block if that feels better. Grab your yoga strap. If you don't have one, you can try without it, or you can use your shirt. You can use whatever you've got that's going to help you do this cow face pose, 𝒂𝒏𝒂. And so we're going to inhale the right arm up. Inhale the left arm out. And if you're using a strap, have your strap in hand, maybe from the top, maybe from the bottom. Take your left hand, exhale, bend and reach up your back. And bring your right hand down to meet the left. So this is where you would grab your shirt, or maybe you would grab the strap like so, and walk your hands as close together as you can. That, and then you can gently pull, or you can just reach for your fingertips. And then be careful not to bend into your lower back like this, because this is going to give us that banana shape in forearm stand once we go up. So pull your lower belly in and straighten your back. Lift your chest. Press the elbows back. Open through the shoulders. And let's take a few breaths here. Slowly release the lower arm first, and then lift and lower the top arm. Moving to the other side, inhale to reach your left arm up, reach your right arm out, using the strap, using your shirt, whatever you've got. Exhale the right arm, bending the elbow, reaching up the back. And bend the top arm, reaching for your thing, whatever thing. And then be careful because this happens. You're trying to reach and then you're bending backwards in order to make the reach happen. But then make sure that you're pulling back in with the core. Think forearm stand. So you need all of this strong and straight, lifting up through the chest. Relax the shoulders, press the elbows back, lengthen through the neck. Few breaths here. Slowly release, starting with the bottom arm, and then lift and lower the left. Let's take a few circles with the right arm, forward and back. Inhale, exhale. Or you can use each circle as your inhale, and then exhale. And reverse. Switching sides, inhale forward and back. Exhale. And reverse back and forward. Oof. Feeling some crunchies in the shoulders as I move. And bring your hands back down to center. Bring your hands to the mat. Coming up onto the knees. Tuck your toes under. Lift and press back into downward facing dog. And separate your feet hip distance apart. Release your head. Bend deeply into the right knee, coming up onto the ball of the right foot. And maybe moving around onto the toes, massaging the place where the toes meet the foot, maybe coming onto the tops of the toes, rolling around a little bit, straightening the right leg, bending the left knee, coming onto the ball of the left foot, and rolling through the toes. Lifting up onto the balls of both feet, lifting the heels, lifting your tailbone up towards the sky. Bring your awareness towards your shoulders. Notice how your shoulders may be going out externally, rotating, pressing into the palms. And slowly release your heels down to the mat. Inhale, reach your right leg straight up and back, reaching through the inner thigh. So if your right hip is lifting up, bring it down so it's parallel to the floor. You're going to pull the knee into the nose. Inhale, lift and lengthen the leg behind you. Exhale, bring the knee to your nose. Inhale, lift and lengthen. Exhale, knee to nose. Hold here for 3, 2, 1. Step the foot in between your hands, drop the back knee, release the toes. Grab your blocks, one on each side of the foot. Hands to the blocks. Inhale, lift your chest, press your heart forward, lean ever so gently into that left hip flexor. Lift your shoulders down and back. Exhale, press back, straighten the front leg, release the head. Inhale, shift your weight forward, bend into the knee, press your heart forward. Exhale, straighten the leg, press back, release your head. Inhale, shift the weight forward, reach your heart forward. Pressing back one last time. And this time you can keep your foot down like this, toes down, or lift your toes up, come up onto the heel of the foot, and deepen the stretch here. Maybe lean down a little bit more if that feels good. Coming up, bending into the knee. We're going to use the left block, or you can just bring your hand down to the mat or find the height that works for you. Inside of the elbow is reaching forward. Twist and reach the right arm straight up. I'll take that top arm, bring your hand behind your head, open the elbow, open the chest, and open the shoulder. Slowly release and come back down. Remove the blocks or put them to the side. Hands to the mat, tuck the back toes, lift the leg, and step the right foot back into downward facing dog. Let's take a vinyasa here. Shift the weight forward into plank and hold plank, pressing into your palms, into the pointer finger and thumb as you press into the heels, and feel that slight inner rotation of the thighs. You can even see it here. Pull your belly in, but not so much that you're curving like this. So drop your hips, pull your belly in, lift your chest, crown of the head reaching forward. Lots going on here. And imagine you're upside down, holding your body, maybe not your limbs, but from head to toe. This is that feeling that you want in Pincha as you're upside down. We're going to slowly lower. You can use your knees or without your knees. Elbows in, all the way down to the mat. And release. Coming into Cobra pose. Press into the tops of the feet. Pull the belly in. Inhale, roll through the spine. Looking down at your mat so you're not bending into the neck, but keeping the back of the neck long. Exhale, release. Inhale up onto the knees. Exhale, tuck, lift, and press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, lift the left leg straight up and back, reaching up through the inner thigh. And dropping the left hip if it starts to open up. Bend your knee, shift the weight forward, bring your knee to nose. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, knee to nose. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, shift, knee to nose. Inhale, lift and extend. Exhale, knee to nose and hold here for 3. Pulling up through your core, 2. And 1, step the foot in between your hands, drop the back knee, release the toes. Bring both blocks to the sides of your foot. Pressing your hands down, leaning into the front knee, extending through the right hip flexor. Inhale, lift your heart. Exhale, pressing back, straighten the front leg, release your head. Bend into the knee, reach your heart forward. Inhale. Exhale, pressing back, release your head, extend through the leg. Inhale, bending into the front leg, lift your heart, shoulders back. And exhale, pressing back. One more time, bending into the front knee, reach the heart forward, open through the shoulders. And as you exhale, press back. You can keep your toes down, or like last time, lift up onto the heel, toes facing back towards you, deepening the stretch a little bit more as you breathe into the back of your left leg. Bend into the front knee. Bring the left block to the side. So you keep the right one there. Or you can just come down to the mat, whatever you prefer. We're going to twist over to the left side, reaching up with the left arm, pressing into the block or the mat with the palm of the right hand. Bend your left elbow, take your left hand to the back of your head and open up the chest, open the shoulders, send the elbow back and breathe into the space. Slowly release as you inhale, reach the arm up. Exhale, bring the hand back down. Put the blocks to the side, hands to the mat, tuck the back toe, lift, and step the left foot back, downward facing dog. Bend the knees deeply, inhale, look forward, and we're going to tippy toe lift, pulling up with your core. So your core is walking your feet all the way to the top. Inhale, halfway, hands to shins, lengthen through the spine. Exhale, folding forward, release your head. Inhale, reach all the way up, arms overhead. Exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Let's take a moment to align the body. So it's like upside down from the upside down. Normally, we would be on the floor lifting the legs up, but we're going to pincha right side up. So take your arms overhead, bend your elbows, and maybe touch your fingertips like this behind you to just help you feel the opening and strength of the shoulder support. And notice if you're leaning back like this at all, pull your belly in, press into your feet, So the legs are straight and strong. Hips are reaching down towards the floor. Core is lifting up and in, lengthening through the rib cage and supported through the shoulders. And then maybe you want to experiment with, if you're touching your fingers like this, opening up and then bringing it back. Opening up and bringing it back. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Last one, inhale, hold. 2, 3, 4, 5, and release all the way back down to the mat. It's intense. It's intense. It's intensity. Bend your knees slightly, release your head. Grab opposite elbows and just hang here for a moment, swinging side to side. We're going to flow through some sun salutations just to warm up the body completely. Release your arms, release the hands. Inhale halfway, hands to shins. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step the right foot back. Drop the knee, release the toes. Inhale, reach the arms up overhead, shoulders above the hips. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Lift and step the left foot back. Stay here or shift the weight forward, pulling from your core. Drop the knees, lift the heart, elbows in as you lower all the way down. Tops of the toes, lifting through the core, roll up for Bhujangasana Cobra. Exhale, release. Inhale, press up onto the knees. Exhale, tuck, lift, press back, downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the right leg up and back. Exhale, step the foot in between your hands, drop the back knee, release the toes. Inhale, arms up, reach overhead. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Lift and step the left foot forward to meet the right. Inhale, halfway lengthen. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, rise all the way up. Exhale, bend and fold all the way back down. Swan dive. Inhale, roll up halfway. Exhale, left foot goes back. Release the knees, release the toes. Inhale, right, reach up with the arms. Exhale, hands down to the mat. Lift and step the right foot back. Adho Mukha Svanasana. Shift the weight forward into plank. Lower knees, lift the heart. Elbows in as you lower all the way down. Inhale, roll up, cobra pose. Exhale, release back down. Inhale, up onto the knees. Tuck the toes, lift. Exhale, press back. Downward facing dog. Inhale, reach the left leg up and back. Exhale, bring the knee to the nose. Step the foot in between the hands. Drop the back knee. Release the toes. Reach the arms up. Exhale, fingertips to the mat. Lift and step the right foot forward to meet the left. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold and release the head. Inhale, press into the heels, reaching all the way up. And exhale, hands to heart center. Take a moment reconnecting here with the straight line through the body. Inhale, reach the arms up, bend your elbows behind you, bring the pointer finger and thumb together, pressing into them and feeling the opening of the shoulders and the support of the shoulders. Inhale, and as you exhale, float all the way back down, just like this. Release the hands. Inhale, lift up halfway. Exhale, hands to the mat. Step both feet back. Come into plank. Hold plank. Pulling your belly in, pressing through the heels. Pressing into the palms to lift your heart. And just breathe. Lift up through your center and send your hips back, downward facing dog. Breathe. All right, so now we're going to do what we did a little bit of last week, coming down onto the forearms and then coming back up into downward facing dog. So you can do this one arm at a time, or you can do it both arms at the same time. And so walk your hands a little bit closer. Usually when we're in downward dog, we tend to open or widen the stance between our hands. But this time we're coming a little closer to the center because that's where we're going to be. Maybe just come down to your knees for a moment. When we come into forearm stand, you want this distance apart. So this distance apart. Usually we're downward dogging like that. Sometimes, some of us. I usually do. So we're going to bring it in like this so that the shoulder is aligned with the arm and the hand. You're going to come into downward dog first. Take a deep breath in. And as you exhale, lower one at a time or lower both down to the mat. Come into dolphin. Inhale, lift up. Release the head, looking back towards your feet. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, lower down. And hold here. Maybe walk the feet in a little closer, pressing into the forearms, opening through the shoulders. Relax the head. And then release the knees down to the mat, coming to sit on your heels. Let's roll through the arms. Inhale up and back. Exhale. And reverse. And then cross your feet behind you, sit back, and come with your legs forward. Bring your knees into your chest, so bend your knees, bring them in, knees together, coming up onto the tippy toes, walking your feet back, lifting your chest, activating your core. So pull your belly in, lift your toes up off the mat, and maybe keep your hands where they are if you're already feeling it. Guys, you know, if you've been watching for a long time, that I usually burp in these core exercises. So I apologize in advance. We've all got our things. All right, so stay here, or you can start extending your arms in front of you. That just means you're detoxing, you know, you're getting it out. It's a good thing. It's a good thing. We shouldn't demonize it. Hold here, breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Extend your right leg forward. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Switching sides. 4, 3. Smile though your body's shaking. Smile though your body's shaking. Okay, extend both legs, reaching back, and maybe laying back a little bit more, keeping your upper back off the mat. Breathe for 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Coming back up, cross the feet. Woo, and lift up onto the knees, tuck the toes, lift, press back, downward facing dog. We're going to drop down bringing the hands closer to the center, dropping down to the forearms. And here's where you can also use a strap. So if you want to play around with your strap so that it holds your shoulders in place, if you tend to flare out to the sides like that, I recommend that you make yourself a little support system like this. So you're going to tighten your strap so that it goes around your arms and it stops. This needs to be a little tighter. And it stops here, right there. Yeah. You see how it doesn't move? It's nice. It's real nice. Okay, so this is one way you can help yourself because now you no longer have to focus so hard on pulling in, because this is kind of, it's like a training wheel. You don't want to do it forever, but it's kind of guiding your muscles to what needs to happen. And then the second thing is you can bring your block here so that it fits perfectly in this little goal square, half square that you've got in your hands. And so this is going to keep the alignment of your hands, your forearms, and then we're going to lift, tuck the toes, lift up into dolphin. If you don't have any of these things, it's fine. You can do everything that we're doing without it. Just, no strap, no block. Make the goal. Keep your elbows in. You will have to work harder to pull your elbows in, keeping the shoulders open. Lift your toes and walk your feet closer to your body as much as you can, keeping your head down. So don't look forward. Keep your neck safe by keeping it long, looking back. Pull your belly in. Let's lift onto the balls of the feet and exhale, release the heels down. Inhale, lift up. And exhale, release down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, release. Inhale, lift. Exhale, release. Last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, release. Bring the knees down. Come to sit on your heels. This time, let's take our fingertips to the shoulders. I'm going to roll through the elbows, forward and back. And reverse. Reach your arms up. Shake it out if you need to. Ooh, maybe these cross ones. This feels nice. All right, let's get into it. Let's come back into our formation here. And so remember when we were standing up and we had our hands behind our head. So if you have the block, it's going to be super easy to come into this kind of form, shape. But you could also do this. You can also have your fingers at the top here meet, and that'll give you a little more support. Just be careful. Did you notice what happened with my elbows? So if you're going to do this, just make sure that the elbows don't do this with you. So this will provide some more support, but keep your elbows in. Ooh, and you can even feel it here in the shoulders. All right, so we're going to come back down. I do want to use the training wheels. I have been in Pincha, but sometimes it's nice to just have a little extra support. So we're gonna do this. I'm gonna start by lifting one leg at a time. We're not even gonna come up yet. We will go up, but all right. All right. So actually, what I'm finding is this is limiting me. I'm putting my head back. There we go. All right. Walk your feet as far up as you can. Inhale, reach your right leg up. And hold here. Breathe. And this is the part where I mentioned that it's helpful to have your hamstrings open, to be really flexible in the legs. Because if you're only able to come up to here, that means in order to lift up, the only way to do it is to hop versus if you've got your leg all the way up here, it just starts to happen naturally. And exhale, release the leg down. Inhale, reach the left leg up and breathe. Pressing into your forearms, opening through the shoulders. I'm sure they're burning. And exhale, release. Come to sit on your heels. Breathe as you roll through the shoulders. Or maybe even reach the left hand behind you and do some front rolls. And then the other side. All right, coming back. All right, so if you're ready to go up and you have not gone up before, I recommend that you go close to a wall. And you want to be block distance from the wall. So if you have a block, this is a great way to literally put the block up against the wall here. And that way you are maintaining as straight of a body as possible. So you're not doing this. So you don't want to take too much advantage of the fact that there's a wall and you're like, bending into your lower back. So you want to keep your body straight, like Tadasana. Straight but flexible. Straight. And so we're going to come into the pose. Only if you've got a wall, make sure you use the wall and then keep your body straight. Otherwise, if you've got it, you can try with some gentle hops. Inhale, reach the right leg up. Make sure, let's come back down. Let's set this up right. All right, so lift and walk your feet as close in as possible. Pressing into the forearms. Lift your right leg up. Keeping your head down. And inhale, lift. Coming up. Core strength. Straight legs. Pressing into the shoulders. We're coming onto the wall. And then slowly release. Back down. Whoo! Okay, one more time, the other side. Maybe taking some shoulder rolls. Whatever feels good for you. I don't even know what this thing is called. It just feels good. All right, let's try it one more time. Coming back into position. Thumbs touching around a block, without the block. Fingertips touching, keeping your elbows in. Tuck your toes, lift the hips up. Walk your feet toward your body. Inhale, lift your left leg up. And when you're ready, lift up or hop up. Keep breathing. And slowly, when you're ready, coming back down. All right, you did it. Or you did some version of it, and that's still doing it. Raising the bar. And if you've done something that you've never done before today, then I applaud you. May it be the first of many things that you do that you haven't done before this year. All right. Let's come to bring our legs in front, sitting down. I've got the mic here, so it's probably I'm gonna try to not hug the mic. So bring your arms around you like this, reaching as far back as you can to your shoulders, just giving your upper body a hug, giving some love back to this beautiful vessel that I'm pretty sure if you're honest with yourself, you put it through hell, or you've put it through hell at some point in your life. And it's still here. It's still ticking. It's still pumping. It's still thriving, supporting your journey through this human adventure here on earth. And let's release, open up the arms like we're embracing the universe, embracing all that is coming toward us today. And then take the opposite arm on top. So we're switching the position of the arms, reaching back for your shoulders one more time. Keeping your back straight, lifting through the chest. Breathing deep. Slowly release, open the arms and bring them behind you. Bend into the knees so that you can scoot yourself forward. So your arms are behind you, fingertips facing forward. Bring your feet down to the mat, hip width apart. You're going to lift up into reverse tabletop. As you inhale, lift your hips up. And maybe you really feel this in the shoulders, looking up or looking forward. Lifting your hips, pressing into the shoulders. On your next exhale, slowly release all the way back down. Grab one of your blocks if you've got it. It's your lucky day. Lay all the way back down. Bring your feet to the mat. We're going to come into bridge pose, supported bridge. And if you don't have a block, you can just lift your hips straight up, pressing into the feet. And if you've got a block, bring it to whatever height is comfortable for you, to your tailbone, arms extended, palms facing up, chin away from the chest. Let's reach the right arm up and back behind you. Bring the right arm back to where it was. Inhale, reach the left arm up and behind you. And bring the hand back to where it was. We're going to place the block on the lowest. Lower your hips down if you have no block. Otherwise, we're going to place it on the lowest height. Lift your legs straight up. And bring your hands behind your head. Maybe bring your elbows in to the center. Just opening up through the backs of the shoulder. And if this feels really intense to hold your legs up like this, you can set yourself up on a wall and let your legs be supported by the wall. You can hang on to a yoga strap, putting it on the balls of your feet. Let's just take a couple more breaths here, allowing the blood from the legs to float down towards the heart. And you can slowly lower the legs all the way down, keeping the legs straight, using your core muscles. One last time. Release your arms, remove the block if you've got one. Separate your feet the same width as the mat. And then just very sloppily drop your legs over to the right. Bring your right hand to your leg, looking over to the left. And then reaching out with your left arm, or you can cactus the arm. I freaking love this pose. Slow, deep breaths. Coming back to center, excuse the cough. Bring your hips back to center so everything is back into this neutral space. And then you can move your legs over to the left. Bring your left hand to your thigh, reaching out with your right arm or cactus the arm. Slowly coming back to the center. Bring the hips back to the center and then extend your legs out in front of you. Extend out through your arms. Move your shoulders. Move your hips. You're getting everything out of the way. Lift your head and bring your head back down. Prepare for Shavasana. Let's inhale through the nose. Open the mouth and exhale. Feel the body releasing down toward the mat. Completely letting go. Slowly make the journey back to your body. Inhale deeply to receive fresh new oxygen into your lungs. As you exhale, begin gentle movements through the toes, fingers, rolling through the wrists and ankles. Inhale, reach your arms overhead, extend through your legs. And as you exhale, bend your knees, hug your knees to your chest, wrap your arms around them. Hello, beautiful body. I love you so much. Yes, I make random songs for you. If you're here, you're weird too. So that's all I'm going to say. You can lean over to your right side and lift up, or simply lift yourself, roll yourself up into a seated pose. Come into the forward facing, easy seat. Hands to your heart center in front of you, Anjali Mudra. Reconnecting with a long spine, with a free flowing, easy breath, and reconnecting with intention. Bring your thumbs to your third eye, and slowly, gently bowing forward, honoring this moment, this practice, each other, ourselves. Thank you for joining for today's live session. Next week, week 4, we're going to be doing a lot more forearm stands throughout the practice. So I encourage you to come back next week if you liked this one, and I'll see you then. Ciao for now. Thank you, Ceci. Thank you, Flor.